And just as Luna was starting to lick her privates, it was time to start the broadcast. I laughed so hard just a second ago when I was looking at the monitor showing me what's going on, and all of a sudden I turn around and I see that um, Luna was going for her Midlands. Not on live broadcast, Luna. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, where we laugh about the little things and don't sweat the big things or the little things. And we exchange news about our city, our state, and our country. We nurture one another with ideas and suggestions. And this is what we do. And today, of course, is no exception. Today is Tuesday, July 26th, another month that is almost over. Um, uh, Hi, Logan. Yes, Luna has her own Only Cats account. That is actually quite funny. I love it. Yes, Luna was about to get dirty. Here we are, schwitzing the day away, but I have to tell you, the new Wuzu is the bomb. It is off right now, but it is aiming at me. I cannot have it on because it creates noise on the microphone, which you don't want to hear. But I am so happy that I purchased this little face fan so that I can enjoy working here at the computer. As always, we want to encourage anyone that is new to the live broadcasts to let us know that you are new by writing the word new in your comment. And if you have anything truly important to share, or not important, but you just want us to react to it, it helps a great deal if you add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment. Today, we have not a lot of news. We are mourning the fact that the Choco Taco has been discontinued elsewhere in the world. Apparently, somebody somewhere makes chocolate ice cream tacos of one kind or another. I think they have waffles or something, and they have been discontinued. And even Snarky Weather commented on it, but we're not going to concern ourselves with that because we're still trying to process the idea of eating at Tacosco, which we mentioned yesterday. Let's see. I think it's time to start. I'm going to wait for this question by Mark. Yes, I could just, I might as well have started to read it. Can I use a windscreen on your microphone? Yes, I could. I just haven't found one that is, that fits these kinds of chunky microphones. I guess I could order one from Amazon, but I'm not going to sweat it, no pun intended, if I have to spend 30 minutes without my new Wuzu blowing on my face. It's no big deal. So let us get started with the news that are, again, not extraordinary, but just it's a Tuesday. What can I tell you? And I pushed a button and nothing happened. What's up with that? Wow, I suppose I was not pushing with enough enthusiasm, but here we are. This was interesting because just a few days ago we were talking about all the horrible things that happened in Jalisco and the violence against women and so forth and so on. And then President Lopez Obrador came and he gave his press conference here in Puerto Vallarta, and surprised us all by putting out these statistics saying that crime is decreasing in the state of Jalisco and yada, yada, yada. And today we find out through this little article that the president failed to include a little statistic. They were talking about how numbers are decreasing in terms of theft to people or to businesses or vehicles or extortions or home break-ins and homicide. But Lopez Obrador failed to mention this little detail of missing people. According to the National Registry of Missing People, Jalisco has the top place. There are a total of 15,040 people that went missing or disappeared, and this has not been resolved. This is the largest number of people in the whole country. This was only mentioned once briefly by Lopez Obrador during a press conference that lasted 2 hours and 11 minutes. We recall that the last time that Lopez Obrador held a morning press conference anywhere in the state of Jalisco was back in December 7, actually. He was in Zapopan. And when he was there and he was asked about missing people, he also did not talk much about that. Now, should we be concerned about people that go missing? Probably not, because usually the people that go missing are either troublemakers or people that have dealings with politics or the cartel or this, that, and the other. So please do not be very concerned about that fact. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that this is happening and this is important in our state. Moving right along, this news note mentions how Puerto Vallarta and Nuevo Vallarta, they call it, not Nuevo Nayarit, but Nuevo Vallarta, are working hard to promote the destinations among those looking for a place to vacation in the winter months. Of course, here we are schwitzing through the summer, but somebody has to be worrying about those things. A specific mention is made of an article published by Travel+Leisure talking about the Mexican destinations that attract visitors year after year. And of course, I immediately went looking for that article in the Travel+Leisure website, and of course, I could not find it. But I found another one that was just as interesting, if not more, and we're going to take a look at it after the fold. Now, again, this is not meant to scare us, but we didn't have a lot of choice in terms of interesting headlines this morning. But according to this one, Puerto Vallarta has 50% of the state's monkeypox cases. 50%. 50% of 13 cases, they say. So 50% of 13 is a number to worry about? No, not really. No, I don't think so. And neither did our governor. Governor Alfaro was questioned or asked if the health board was going to make any modifications to account for to the mandates that we're following to account for the 13 cases of monkeypox that we have in the state. And of course, Governor Alfaro said, no, we are not going to do anything of the sort because it's only 13 cases presently. But gotta love sometimes when our news sources don't have much to talk about, so they publish things that may not be as important or should not be as alarming. And of course, Luna and I are stuck having to report these things that are not all that important, but please bear with me. Hopefully tomorrow we will have more interesting news to share. But of course, as I mentioned, even snarky weather gets in on this business of the Choco Taco. You're not wrong to question whether life is still worth living now that the Choco Taco has been discontinued. What on earth is a Choco Taco? I am trying to think if I even tried one of those when I was living in the United States, and I was there for 19 years. So I can't remember Choco Tacos. I don't know if I'm missing much. What I can tell you, though, is the weather. It is 26 degrees, feels like 30, humidity 100%. this is how it's going. Thank you for asking, Jim. I will get into Gina. I will give an update on Gina in a second. I will take a look at that. But anyhow, back to the weather. We are currently enjoying 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Um, and our weather forecast, let us take a look at that. Rain and humidity through the day with light and variable winds, a high of 29 and a low of 24. Then rain and humidity tomorrow, Wednesday, with a high of 31 and a low of 24. And we seem to be stuck with 31 and 24 because Thursday we're going to have the same high and low temperatures with rain and humidity as well. Of course, we know that a lot of our weather has to do with what's going on in the Pacific Ocean. And right now, we can all say hello to the Tropical Depression 7B. That is a very long name to the weather phenomenon that is creating rain and even hail in some parts of the coast right now. And we haven't taken a look at our live map in some time because of the way our older computer was slowly dying. But here we can see there is the tropical depression. It's on the lower part of the image, and it is going to continue moving up. Whether it'll become a hurricane or not remains to be seen. And I have another one about Governor Alfaro. Apparently, he got himself in hot water recently. He was criticized in social media for his response to some protesters as he was traveling through the municipality of Sayula. And Sayula is a small but pretty municipality south of Guadalajara. Apparently, some people were protesting about damage made to a municipal kiosk that has not been repaired. In addition, a cultural center called El Páramo was demolished back in 2019 for remodeling, and it has not been remodeled. It's been a while. But apparently the tone in which protesters were complaining was not polite, which exasperated our lovely governor, who ended up saying something along the lines of, "We are going to conclude all that, and instead of protesting, why don't you get back to work?" So protesters quickly took to social media commenting things like calling the governor a knee-head governor. Of course, knees don't have much hair, and neither does the governor. And saying that our governor needs another vacation because he is being overwhelmed by protesters. As I've said before, our governor has his temper, and he's been known to show it from time to time. And then, of course, I told you that after the fold, we would take a look at another article that I found in Travel and Leisure, which shows us the five the five best cities to visit according to Travel and Leisure readers. And we show these in order more than anything else to get excited about going to these places. And the first one that is showcased here is the city of Oaxaca. It is mentioned because of its exceptional flavors. From 7 varieties of mole to abundant mezcal. I'm wondering if anybody has been to Oaxaca or not. Then in second place, San Miguel de Allende is mentioned. And of course, we cannot say enough about San Miguel de Allende. I love San Miguel. I haven't been in forever. But if you haven't, San Miguel de Allende is probably easier to get to from Puerto Vallarta than the city of Oaxaca. It's an overnight bus ride. I've done it. It's an overnight bus ride to León, and then you want to take another bus to San Miguel de Allende. It takes some time to get there, but it's definitely worth it if you have never been to San Miguel de Allende. Then in third place is Mexico City. Of course, how can we go wrong with Mexico City or Ciudad de Mexico, or CDMX are its new initials here in Mexico. We used to call it DF, or Federal District, Distrito Federal, but the legal name of Mexico City became CDMX some time ago. And, there's so much to be said about visiting Ciudad de Mexico, but I hold on to the fact that probably one of the best times to go is Semana Santa, because that's when everybody or many people in Ciudad de Mexico or Mexico City choose to leave the city. So for us that live elsewhere, visiting Mexico City during Semana Santa is a real treat. Next in the list is the city of Merida, which I've never been to, but I've always wanted to. It's in the Yucatan Peninsula. And of course, Merida is renowned for its textiles, its beautiful white architecture, and many other things. And then the last city that is mentioned in the article by Travel+Leisure is the city of Guadalajara. And I'm a big fan, but I looked at this photograph and I said to myself, isn't that the city of Guanajuato? That does not look like Guadalajara to me. But, I'm going to trust the text and not the photograph. If Travel+Leisure says we should all visit Guadalajara, I'm not going to complain about that because, as you know, I am a huge fan of the city of Guadalajara and totally think that if you live here in Puerto Vallarta, and I know you do, Guadalajara is an absolute must. There is no bad time of the year to visit, and as always, we continue to keep track of all kinds of cultural and interesting events that go on over there so that we can pinpoint specific dates. I spent some time updating my calendar yesterday as my fabulous woozy was blowing on my face to look at upcoming concerts that I'm excited about. If you'd like to know more about those concerts, please let me know, and I'll be happy to continue to share this information here at Coffee and Headlines. And now, let's take a quick look at your comments just to see what everybody's up to. We love the good mornings. We never tire of saying it, and I really, really appreciate them. Let's see. Many, many good mornings. And then Luna, of course, got her own feedback. Such a clean kitty. Yes, she puts me to shame. Dave says flexibility can be a gift. Honestly, I don't remember because it's been some time since I was flexible, or my body anyway. Arturo is here. We know Arturo because he and his family have a couple of important restaurants in Puerto Vallarta. One is Tacos Revolucion in Olas Altas, and the other one is, oh my gosh, the name escapes me, but it's on Avenida Fluvial. So I'm sorry if I forget the name of your other restaurant, but Arturo, it's great to see you. I hope things are good in Canada, if that is where you are. Let's see. We are all ready for some rain, Jim. We've been talking about this ad nauseum, and hopefully it will rain. What can I tell you? Let's see. I answered that one. About the microphone. Michael got into town this Sunday afternoon, and it is hot and humid. Yep, that's what we said. We don't lie, or we try not to anyway. Let's see. If crime is reduced, won't that lower AMLO's cut? That's a little harsh, Jim. I'm not going to agree or disagree, but that's a little harsh. Yeah, I'm not going to go there. Let's see what else we have. How is Gina doing after being robbed? Great question. I reached out to Gina, and she is doing fine. She showed me what a wonderful human she is by saying the first thing that she said after I asked is that nobody was injured because it happened in the middle of the night. She was not concerned about money or damages or anything. She was concerned about the well-being of her staff, and that's the kind of person Gina is. Of course, there is some money that needs to be recovered, and Gina reached out to me this morning saying that she's working on a little something that has to do with gift certificates. I am having my own personal ideas. I think we should all go and have dinner at Whiskey Kitchen some night this evening just for the sake of it. If you would be interested in that, just write the word whiskey in your comments, and we will do an impromptu get together to generate revenue for Whiskey Kitchen. So if you would be interested in an impromptu meet and greet just to help Gina out, write the word whiskey in your comments and we will make it happen. Let's see what else. Da da da. Gary is disappointed about the Choco Taco. I'm disappointed because I've never tried one and I don't know what I'm missing. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. And yes, Ryan, Kneehead is just one of the many nicknames that our governor has. Arturo chimes in on San Miguel de Allende, while Mark has a friend that is eating her way through Oaxaca. So many places in Mexico. When people ask me, when are you going to go back to the United States? I say, why? There is so much that I want to see and explore in my own country. But that's just me. Susan is going with Kathy Baker. We don't know where she's going, but we just know that she's going. I think it's wonderful, Susan. Wherever you're going, I hope you have a good time. I love it. Sly's going to Guadalajara for a couple of days. Good for you. Thank you, Arturo. I knew it was something like that. La Romántica. La Romántica is just around the corner from Farmacia Guadalajara in Fluvial, and it is a great place to enjoy churros. Churros are wonderful at La Romántica. Thank you, Michael. Michael also chimes in with the name of the other restaurant. Let's see. Jim says, not in the mood for snarkiness against our fine governor, smart man. Well, Jim, I'm not in the mood for snarkiness against our president, who is also a smart man. So there. And Gustavo says whiskey. Mark says whiskey. Oh, there's a bunch of people that say you want to get together. Bill says Whiskey Kitchen, interested in going, but needs to be next week for me, anytime after Saturday. I think we can do that. I think we can do that. Choco Taco is the name of the Costco hot dog with the pizza. No, Joe, the one in Costco is called the Tacosco. It's the Tacosco. Anyhow, this is we've reached the end of the comments. David has only 14 days until you come back from Boston. I can't believe how time flies. It's been some time since you've been counting days. I'm looking forward to seeing you, David. And this, my friends, this is what we have for today. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the governor's nicknames. He gets them. I'm sure I get them too. We all get nicknames that we don't like or we don't know anything about. But I digress. I don't mean to go there. Have a great Tuesday. I will be in conversations with Gina to find out what's going to happen with her gift certificate promotion. And of course, we will try to find a day next week, as requested, so that we can all have an impromptu dinner night at her restaurant at Whiskey Kitchen Versailles, just because we can. Between now and then, stay kind, stay happy, stay safe, and most importantly, stay in touch. And I'll see you again tomorrow.